Okay, assalamu alaikum. We are going to answer some questions today about thermal physics. Okay, random questions. Question number 1. A glass stopper in the neck of a glass bottle is too tight to come out. Which diagram shows the best way to loosen the stopper? Okay, أغلب الشباب بعتوا لي الجواب B والجواب الصحيح هو B. صحيح. When we put a hot stream of water on the neck expands more than the stopper is getting out, okay, because the glass expands more than the stopper. Okay. Question number 2, an engineer wants to fix a steel washer on the steel rod. Okay, the steel rod is too big. Okay, the rod is too big, just too big to fit into the hole of the washer. How the engineer fit the washer into the rod? شو بيعملوا? They heat the washer and cool down the steel rod and they put it inside each other. We don't have this answer. We have the answer. Okay, heat the washer and place it over the rod, and the answer is D. تمام? Good. تمام. Number 3. What must expand in order to show the temperature rise in mercury in glass thermometer? يلا ابعتوا لي الجواب. شكرا يا مروان. هاي مروان جاوبني. شو اللي لازم يعمل expansion عشان يعطيني التمبرتشر؟ شكرا يا إلاف. برافو. ها مين كمان؟ اوكي يلا. وين؟ بس 3 4. محمد. شكرا يا محمد. where's the rest of you? ليث. شو الجواب؟ أدهم. شكرا. الجواب C الميركوري. شكرا. طيب number 4. A long thin bar of copper is heated evenly with the same temperature, okay, along its length. What happens to the bar? Yes, مروان بعت الجواب على السريع. إلاف بعتت الجواب. شكرا لكم. مين كمان يقدر يبعث لنا الجواب؟ اوكي يلا يا ليث. اوكي الجواب ايش؟ B. It becomes longer. شكرا يا محمد. شكرا يا إلاف. شكرا يا مروان. أصير أناديكم بالاسم أنا كل واحد فيكم. يلا ها. عبد الرحمن شو جاوبت هون؟ قد ايه؟ حازم شو جاوبت؟ ليث. إبراهيم شو جاوبت؟ أوكي حازم جاوبت بي. برافو. أوكي question number 5. الكل لازم يجاوب لو سمحتوا. أوكي شكرا إلى الشباب اللي عم بتجاوب. شكرا. نمبر 5. يسلم يا مروان. يسلم عبد الرحمن. يلا يا محمد غزالي. يلا يا ساندرا. يلا يا سيدرا. اوكي شو الجواب هون؟ Now look here. A glass flask. شكرا يا سيدرا. شكرا يا ساندرا. A glass flask full with cold water is placed in a container of hot water. What will happen to the level of the water X as cold water becomes warmer? هلا شو اللي بصير actually؟ اللي بصير انه نفس الفلاسك expand، فالليفل هذا بنزل شوي لهون تلبت. Then when the heat reach the water, the cold water inside the flask, it starts to expand and rises and maybe get out. So the answer, it should be falls down, then what rises? But we don't have this answer. Eventually, it will what? It will rises. Then why it falls down a little bit? Because the flask expand before the water, and then the water expand, and the expansion of the water, since it's liquid, more than the expansion of the flask since it's solid glass. Okay, so the expansion or the rising is more than the falling. Okay, so the answer is B. It will rise. لو كتبوا it will fall then rise, the answer it will be C, but they say this. Okay, they said the switch, it will rise then fall, and that's not correct. تمام. good. الله يعطيك العافية. خلينا ايش نشيل هاي هلا. اوكي هاي كلام. نعم ما سمعت ايش. يس تفضل.
Can we say that it will fall, then rise, then fall again after it will cool down?
After it will cool down, but they didn't mention that it cools down. If they mention that, yes. But they didn't mention that it will cool down. They said no, it's heated. So it depends on the question. دائما ردوا على السؤال. شو بيحكي لنا السؤال? We have to follow the instructions. Okay. طيب يجي على ايش؟ احنا المرة الماضية كنا بنحكي عن transferring heat. حكينا عن الكوندكشن وبلشنا نحكي عن الكونفكشن واعطيتكم the first two drawing about the land breeze والايش؟ والsea breeze, right؟ متذكرين؟ اوكي وحكينا anyone live in a coastal city او على beach he can notice that there's land breeze, sea breeze every day when there is a sun. اوكي طيب نيجي هلا another two examples بدي ارسم لكم اياهم حاولوا تكونوا معي اللي هي الغرفة. لو احنا عندنا غرفة انا بدي ارسم one walls of the a room. هي one wall of a room. تمام during the winter و during what the summer. اوكي هاي عندنا هاي one wall of the wall. اوكي of a room. عندي انا هون شباك. I have a window here. I have a window here. Window. Okay. Now during summer, what will happen? And during winter, what will happen? Look here, ya shabab. During summer, we usually turn on the air condition. So we have an air condition, and usually we put the air conditioner where? In the top. صح? And the best place is in front of what? The window. If the room is a short room or closed room, small room. Okay, this is the air condition. This is the best place to put it. Why? Because it blows cold air. It blows cold air. Okay, that's cold air. And this cold air, it falls down. Okay, and because it's denser, and any warm air that comes out from the window, even if it's closed, the best place to bring the heat from is the window. Okay, what will happen here? Okay, after a while, this will be a conventional current of warm air that rises upward. Okay, that's warm air. It rises by hot conventional current, and the cold air falls by what? Cold convectional current, and this cycle makes the room after several minutes becomes cold if the air conditioner was strong enough. That's during the summer. Okay, that's during what? The summer. During the winter, what we usually do, we turn on the radiators, and the radiators usually they are below the window. We turn on what? The radiators. And these radiators, usually they put it below what? Below the window. The radiators. What will happen? Any cold air comes usually from where? From the window. So the radiator, okay, makes a hot air, and this hot air goes up, okay, as hot convectional current because it's hot air, which has less density and rises, and replaced by what? A cold, denser air that's in the room that goes from down and enters the fence of the what? Radiators, and that's cold, denser air, okay, by cold convectional current that falls down and get inside the radiators fence and or gaps and get heated and goes up, and this is the cycle happen, and this room becomes warm after several what? Minutes. If you please take screenshot, okay, or try to draw this لأنه هذا المرات بيجي سؤال واحدة يعني إما هي رسمي إما هي رسمي إما both of them. So, try to explain it, try to draw it. Okay, 3 marks. تمام.
In the exam, are we supposed to draw it?
عيد مرة ثانية. Repeat.
In the exam, are we supposed to draw it?
Yeah, they ask you to sometimes to sketch it. Yes, sometimes they ask you to sketch it. You'll see we are going to answer past papers, and sometimes they ask to draw an everyday, okay, or give an example by drawing for everyday situation for convection current, and that's how we can do that. Yes. أوه شكرا يا عبد الرحمن. عبد الرحمن أخذ سكرين شوت وبعث لنا الصورة، الله يرضى عليك. شكرا يا عبد الرحمن، يسلموا. أوكي هيك ريح عليكم كلياتكم. أوكي نكمل. Number 3 radiation. So حكينا we have 3 ways to transfer heat. We said that there's convection, conduction, convection, and radiation. Now we'll talk about what radiation in details. A way to transfer what? A way to transfer heat. Exactly. Can I go back, Sandra? It's on the group. But if you want to return back, no problem. Okay, wait a minute. Hi. It's on the group. عبد الرحمن عمل لنا سكرين شوت وبعت لنا اياه، يسلم وجهه. تمام. إذا radiation, a way to transfer to conduction. ماشي، بعد الحصة ببعث لك الأشياء اللي بدك إياها، ماشي؟ أوكي ساندرا؟ تمام، welcome. طيب. Radiation, a way to transfer heat between surfaces by infrared or electromagnetic waves radiation. Electromagnetic waves radiation. طبعا infrared واحد من الأشياء اللي احنا لازم ننتبه لها، اللي هي بسموها النايت فيجن. الحيوانات بيشوفوا بعض. The animals, they can see each other and they can see us by the amount of radiation that come out from our body. Okay, I want from you to try to do this. Now put your hand close to your face. Do not touch your face, close to your face. Put your hands close to your face. If you please mute. Okay, put your hand close to your face. Okay, what do you feel? If you put your hand close to your face, what do you feel? Yes, you feel warm. Thank you, enough. You feel heat, you feel warmness. Yes. اللي مش حاسس، بالعادة أنا بمزح مع الطلاب، اللي بحكي له اللي مش حاسس بالهيت بيكون وجهه بارد. طبعا this is a joke. Okay, so شو قصدنا بالهيت? Why you feel heat? This is the radiation infrared that come out from our bodies, from our brain, from our chest, from the whole body. Why? Because we are hot bodies, okay, and as we are hot, we lose heat by radiation, so animals can see the heat that come out from us. Now we don't send ultraviolet because we are not that hot bodies, okay, so it's blocking the cold air. Yes, it's a way to lose heat, okay, because we keep heating our bodies, and this one way to lose heat by radiation, so other animals, they can see us, okay, and we don't emit ultraviolet because we are not that hot, only we are about 37 degrees Celsius, okay. So describe an experiment to have a fair comparison between different surfaces and how they absorb heat radiation. خلينا نتذكر هيك على السريع. Now we know that black surfaces, it's better than white or shiny surfaces. Black dull surfaces is better absorber than shiny silver or white surfaces because they are better absorber. They are good absorber. They absorb more radiation than what? Than shiny or white silver surfaces. Okay, shiny surfaces. How can I do that comparison? I can do this experimentally. Okay, I can put several plates, identical metal plates. Okay, these are identical metal plates, and these identical metal plates, okay, that means they have made by same material and same shape. I will paint each one with different color. One dull black, okay, one shiny black, one white dull, and one shiny silver. Okay, so each one of these, I will paint them with different color. Let me write down the colors. This is dull black. This is shiny black. This is white, dull white, white dull, and this is shiny silver, shiny silver. And I'll put all of them, okay, below the sun. I'll put all of them for the same time below what? Below the sun for the same what time. And I need to bring an identical thermometers. I'll bring thermometers and I'll put these thermometers on the same spot on each one of them to measure what? To measure their temperature before and after heating. So these are thermometers. Okay, I'll put each thermometer on each surface and I'll measure the temperatures, okay, of all of them before and after heating for the same what time. Here I'm trying to be fair. Okay. Then which one will be the best absorber? Which one will get the highest temperature of these four? شكرا يا عبد الرحمن. شكرا يا محمد. Which one? يعني في عنا two. Which one? The dull black or the shiny black? عبد الرحمن بيحكي the dull black. What do you think, محمد? What about the rest of you? مين which one will be the hottest? مين أكثر واحد هيسخن؟ Okay, the dull black. شكرا يا مروان. So here I'm drawing, I'm sketching عشان ايش تكون الشرح تبعي بماله كثير سهل لما أنا أكتب. Okay, I'm trying to draw this to be as accurate as possible by explaining what's happening. Okay, I'm trying to describe the experiment. Paint 4 identical metal plates. Shiny black, it will not be the best absorber, it will not reach the highest temperature as the dull black. The dull black, it will be the hottest, yes. Paint 4 identical metal plates as shown and measure their initial temperatures then put them, if there are any keywords I used to we're writing keywords. It's not a keyword, it's a statement. Okay, paint 4 identical metal plates as shown and measure their initial temperature, then put them below the sun for the same time facing the surface. Facing the surface is a keyword. Okay, below the sun, below the sun for the same time facing it. I made for the sun a glass. شكرا يا مروان عمل sun glasses للشمس. Okay, facing it. Okay, then measure the temperature after. الconclusion شو اللي بدنا نحكيه اللي هو التارجت تبعنا. The highest change in temperature, the highest change in temperature is the best absorber. Is the best absorber. And we know it's the black, okay, the dull black. Tamam. If you want to take a screenshot and send it to the group, I'll be happy for this. Okay. Now, this experiment is which one is the best absorber. I remember once I was in Milan. Do you know where's Milan?
Italy.
Italy. And there was a tent in front of one of the markets, and the tent looks like this. Okay. Okay, like this. I'm trying to draw it. Okay. And the tent was the color of the AC Inter Milan. And the color of AC Inter Milan, you know,
Yes.
sorry,
AC.
AC Milan, okay, it's white and dark blue or that type.
Oh
It
no, I
was
think AC Milan is red.
AC Milan is red, Inter Milan, and I remember that I saw cones of what of ice, okay, because it was freezing there, and the cone of ice was still on the white tint color, but it was full on the dark blue one. Why is this? Because the dark blue absorb more heat from the sun quickly to melt the ice cone on it and make them fall, while the white one, the cone still what? Still on it. Yes, thank you, Abdurrahman. Easy come, easy go. Tamam? Okay. Let's continue. Now, we are going to do the opposite experiment. Describe an experiment, give a fair comparison between different surfaces and how they emit, radiate, lose heat radiation. Now, this one, it's a little bit harder to compare. That's why you are going to use a more accurate experiment and equipment, okay, to give us the accurate reading and results. What we are going to do here, we will bring a cube, metal cube, okay, and why a metal cube? Because the surfaces are identical, okay, and these identical metal cubes are what I'll paint each one of them, each side of them by different what color. So for example, I'll paint this one by dull black, okay, and this one shiny silver, and the one behind here I'll painted white, dull white, and the one behind in this side I'll painted what shiny black, for example. Okay, and what I will do, this metal container, I'll bring what it has an open that I'll put boiling water inside, an inlet that has an open, a hole that I put hot water inside it, the boiling water. So that means all the metal surfaces, they have the same temperature to be what? Fair. Then what I will do, I'll put in front of each one of these four surfaces, side surfaces, an infrared detector. I'll put an infrared detector here, like my hand, when I put it close to my face, I feel warmness. This one, it measures how much the warmness. Okay, I will try to draw it a 3D. It will be difficult for you to draw it, but no problem. Okay, and each one of these infrared detector, I will connect it to a counter that counts how much radiation. Counter, and this is called infrared detector. I'll put in front of each surface an infrared detector with the same distance from the center to it, to be fair. Okay, then for the same time, I will measure how much radiation from each surfaces come out, from each side, how much radiation come out, and I will compare which one it's the best emitter, the one that emits more what? Radiation. Okay, so how can I'm going to explain this? Bring a metal cube, that its sides are painted as shown. and put boiling water in it. Boiling water in it, and for each side, put an infrared detector, infrared detector, at the same distance facing the surface, and measure the amount of infrared for the same time. Interval. What will be our conclusion? The side which emits more infrared is the best emitter. Which one it will be يا شباب؟ مين أكثر واحد حيطلع radiation؟ Which one؟ في عنا two black، في عنا dull black وفي عنا shiny black. Yes, the dull black. شكرا لك. The dull black. شكرا يا عبد الرحمن، شكرا يا محمد. The dull black.
Because dull objects absorbs heat, right?
Exactly, because they are good absorbers and at the same time good what? Emitters.
Givers.
Exactly. شكرا يا إلاف. إلاف بعتت صورة حلوة وأنا حاط إيدي على خدي ولا إيدي على دقني شكرا. تمام هيك؟ الأمور واضحة؟
Sir, I have
Yes.
come to the realization that I can't draw a cube.
You can't draw a cube, or you
Yes.
can. You can't.
I can't.
You can't. طيب خلينا أعلمك كيف. Okay. ارسم لي something like this. Draw a shape, a parallelogram like this shape. Put an equal length for each side, like this, like this, like this. Okay, equal length. The one here, it will be shorter. All of them, they are vertically down. Then connect them. Voila, that's it. Tamam?
Oh wow, sir, that was actually one of the best tutorials I've ever gotten in drawing.
لا. طيب. Okay.
Actually.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay. The multiple choice questions, as usual, they are what? Homework. في عنا page 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Multiple choice questions. Page 9, there are paper 6 questions. Okay. Let's move on to question 15, page 9. يلا الكل معنا لو سمحتوا. Okay. In this
Mr.
page, yes, تفضل.
Can I see the conclusion again?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. تمام خلينا نكمل. Question 15, page 9. This is paper 6 question. Paper 6. And as I told you, in paper 6, you have to follow the instructions. They are easy, they are core. إن شاء الله بتجيب علامات كويسة. طبعا حنرجع later on نعمل revise for paper 6 by itself. Okay? Now, what they ask. The IGCSE class, okay, is investigating the conditions affected the rate of cooling of a beaker of hot water. What are the factors that make the hot water becomes cold, okay? A, the students start by measuring the room temperature. You have to do that every time. Measure the room temperature and you have to be the same room temperature when you repeat the experiment, okay? Record the value of the room temperature, okay, as shown in this figure. How much is the room temperature here? How much it is? It's how much? يلا بعتوا لي answer. شكرا يا عبد الرحمن. أيوة شكرا يا مروان. شكرا يا محمد. شكرا يا okay. 28 degrees Celsius. It's obvious here. It's 28 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next, what they ask. The student part B. The students are provided with a hot water. They didn't mention how much is the temperature. Okay. That was an easy mark. Yes, there is a lot of easy marks in paper 6. Yes. The students are provided with a hot water in beaker as shown in the figure below. One beaker, beaker A, was isolated. Okay, there's insulation. Okay, on the side of it. Okay, and another beaker B, it was covered with with a lid. Okay. The student measure and record the temperature theta of the water in each beaker every 30 seconds. 0, 30, 60, 90 in the both sides for both beakers. For how long? 5 minutes. 5 times 60 is 300 seconds. Okay, one student's reading are on the table. يعني هذا one student عمل this both experiment and he measured the temperature or take the readings. هذا الحكي it's hard to be done by one student because he cannot be fair to measure the time for both of them in the same time interval. It will be difficult. What you can see here, you can see that the initial temperature here it was 83 and here it was 82. That's a mistake. It's not fair. He's not fair. They have to be what the same initial temperature. 83, 83, 85, 85. Okay. Here the drop of the temperature was from 83 to 70. That means 13 degrees Celsius. And here was the drop in the temperature from 82 to 72. It's only what? 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. Let's move on. Look at the temperature readings in the tables. Okay, state, and you know the answer. State whether the insulation around the beaker A or the lid on beaker B or neither most effective, okay, in keeping the water hot. By reference to the readings, justify your answer. Not explain. There's no explanation here in these type of questions, paper 6. Okay, justify your answer. What is the statement? Beaker A or beaker B is more efficient? Who can tell me? Beaker A or beaker B is more efficient to keep the water hot?
B.
Beaker B, yes. شكرا يا مروان. شكرا يا ساندرا. So beaker B is more efficient. Why? More effective. خلينا نكتب نفس الكلمة تبعتهم. Why? Why? How can I know that? Justify. How can I did this that? Because the decrease of its temperature was what? Was less or more than exactly. شكرا يا عبد الرحمن. Exactly. The decrease of temperature in B was less than for A during the same time, the same 5 minutes. تمام؟ simple؟ واضح؟ okay. double I. Suggest a suitable material for the insulation around beaker A. شو بنقدر نحط insulation around ايش beaker A؟ شو هاي الماتيريال؟ شو هذا؟ What is this? Tell me. Lead?
Fiberglass.
It can be cloth. It can be fiberglass. It would be hard. Okay, it can be cloth. It can be cotton. What else? Okay, it can be paper. Anything that insulation, any insulator. So I will write cotton. Cotton, or you can write wool, okay, or wood, okay? Or you can write cloth or whatever. تمام? A suitable material, you can write cotton. Material. Yes, شكرا. Okay. Triple I. To obtain reliable results. ده بيجي هذا السؤال. How to be more accurate, more control the variables. To obtain more reliable results in this experiment, it's important that variables are kept controlled. State 3 variables that should be controlled in this experiment. Let's take a look in this experiment. Did they tell us how much is the volume of the water here or here? No. Did they say that they have the same initial temperature? No. Did they say that the same type of beaker? No. Did they say same time interval? No. It's very hard for one student to be I1 on one beaker and I on another beaker at the same time, 30 seconds. I'll write the temperature for both of them. So all these are accepted what answer. Did they mention that same type of thermometer? Also no. They didn't mention. All these are critical thinking for you. You are criticizing the thing that they give it to us. They criticize the information that they give it to us. You have to criticize this. Okay? So, same mass, or you can write volume of water. Same mass of water for both beakers. Number 2, same initial temperature for both beakers. Number 3, same type of beaker. Same type of thermometer. Number 6. أستاذ بكفي لا بدي أعطيك قد ما بقدر. Same time interval. I can't do this experiment as accurate when I'm only alone and I'm doing it with the same time interval. No, it can't be possible to measure every 30 seconds. Okay?
Sir, also can I say that like he should do each beaker one by one and not in the same time so that he can focus more?
He can bring a friend like you and ask him to look to this beaker and measure the temperature in the same time that I measured together. Huh? That's better than to do the experiment twice, because maybe the room temperature changes, maybe the apparatus has more temperature. So at the same time, it's be more fair and more accurate. شكرا لك. Okay, question 16, it's paper 2 question, but I'm only bringing this question. I know it's core paper, so and the old syllabus, paper 2 or paper 3 question, to what? To show you the idea about how the water is poor conductor of heat. What they ask. Question 16. The figure below shows 2 experiments to investigate the energy transfer in water. What do we have? Look here, we have a test tube, ice in the top, water, test tube, gentle heater from the top, water, ice is trapped by a wire goes, okay, the gentle heat from the bottom. Experiment number 1, they said cold water is gently heated at the top, bottom, the ice at the top melts before the water boils. Here, cold water is gently heated at the top, the ice trapped at the bottom remains solid, remains solid, even when water is being boiled at the top, okay? A. state the name the process by which thermal energy transfer through glass. يلا through glass. شكرا يا مروان مع انه جوابك غلط. through glass. ايوه شكرا يا عبد الرحمن برضه جوابك غلط. ايش مالكم؟ هلا حكينا الجواب قبل شوي. اوكي ايوه يا مروان صح. هيك صح. ايوه محمد برافو.
of water fluids.
نو براو. هاي بحكينا باي جلاس. انت بالسياره سامع صوت شيء بيرجع ريفيرس. اوكي. اوكي اذا شو الجواب؟ يلا حازم ليث ساندرا سيدرا شكرا الاف. يلا مين كمان؟ ابعتوا لي الاجوبه خلص. شو سؤال كلمه واحده بس. ادهم الاف حازم ليث. يلا سلمى ابعتي لي جواب. استنوا شوي في ناس غايبه. ليش كثير الغايبين؟ ليه في كثير غايبين؟ absorption. الله يسامحك. شوف بدي اسجل مين الغاية. حاضر غريب. طيب يا الله. it's conduction. why conduction?
I was
why
just writing
conduction?
it.
yes شكرا.
Because it's a solid. Because glass
it's
is
a solid. It's solid even if it's insulator glass. The heat transfer through it by conduction. yes شكرا. how many students should be. مش مشكلة. يلا part BI. name the principle of ash process in experiment 1 which ash takes energy from the water at the bottom to the ice at the top. Now you write what? through the water ash convection. double I describe it. شو اللي بتصير؟ what's happening here? water not diffusion. ما جبنا سيرة الديفيوجن. ما جبنا سيرة الديفيوجن. أنا conduction convection radiation هيهم ثلاثة. ما جبنا سيرة الديفيوجن. water at the bottom is heated and expands to be less dense and rises carrying the heat with it. By hot convection current and replaced by cold convection currents, which is denser and falls down or sinks down. Sinks down. C. Suggest two reasons why the ice in experiment 2 does not melt even when water at the top begins to boil. Because the heat travels up, not down. That means hot convection current goes where? Up. That's the first mark. Bravo, yeah, Abdurrahman. Second point, they ask about two reasons. Second reason why is a water good conductor for heat or poor conductor for heat?
poor.
Yes, water is a poor conductor of heat
Sir,
Yes.
can we also say that like the hot water gets replaced by cold water like down, and that also helps to cool the cube?
No, it will not cool it down. Actually, the ice is cold. The ice will make the things surrounding it becomes cold. Okay. Double I hot water rises. Hot water rises or moves up or stays at the top. Stays up, moves up or stays at the top. All these are what accepted what answers, because water is a poor conductor. شكرا يا مروان. صح. Let's move on. This is a paper 4 question or paper 3 in the old syllabus. Okay, what they ask. We finish. We are done by here. Any question? Any question? Okay, good. Question 17. 4 identical metal plates, okay, at the same temperature, okay, are laid side by side on the ground. The rays from the sun, it's similar to our experiment, okay. The rays from the sun falls on the plates. One plate is matte black, matte means dull, okay, shiny black, matte silver, and shiny silver, okay. State, that means you already know the answer. State which plate has the fastest raising temperature, okay, when the sunlight first fall on the plates. Yes. شكرا يا مروان. أعطاني مروان الجواب الصح. مين يعطيني الجواب الصح؟ شكرا يا عبد الرحمن. برافو. مين يعطيني الجواب الصح؟ شو الجواب؟ Which one it will be the fastest? Matte. Which matte? Oh. Yes, matte black. شكرا يا محمد. Matte black surface. Easy mark صح؟ طيب نكمل. هلا هون صار عندنا درسين دخلوهم في بعض. شو بيحكي لنا السؤال؟ Like المانوميتر، شايفين manometer? Okay. The apparatus shown in the figure below known as Leslie differential air thermometer. Leslie differential air thermometer. We have 2 glass bulbs. One is painted matte black and the other is shiny. Okay, and we have a heat radiation here. Okay, in front of both of them in the middle, and we have a tap and we have a water. Okay, liquid or water in this manometer, and we have air above this water, above the liquid. What is it? Heater is switched off. There's no heater. Switched off. The tap is open. This tap is open, so the air can move between the 2 sides, okay, of the thermometer here. Okay, so that the air on both sides, they have the same pressure. Okay, tap T is closed. We close the tap, so there's no transfer of the air between the 2 sides. Okay, I. The heater is switched on. We switched on the heater. On the same figure, mark, okay, on the same figure, mark above, okay, clearly where the 2 liquid levels might be a short time later. شو اللي بصير؟ Explain your answer. شو اللي بصير؟ Why? يلا, who can tell me شو لازم يصير why? Yes, send me on the answers. إذا حاب تحكي شغلة ارفع ايدك. Let's wait for the rest of you to give me the answer. هاي محمد رفع ايده. نستنى شوية يا محمد. خالد. طول بالك. Okay.
Sorry.
Anyone want to say answer? نسمع من محمد. يلا تفضل محمد احكي. Say it.
So the glass bulb painted in matte black will absorb the heat from the heater, and
Yes, continue.
And it will heat the water under it, and so
Are you sure?
um,
طيب شكرا يا محمد. Lower your hand. عبد الرحمن said me an answer. عبد الرحمن أخذ علامة وراحت عليه علامة لأنه مش واضح الجواب تبعه. كل شو اللي عم بصير أنا بدي أعطيكم الأنسر and you will understand what I'm saying. The one that below the matte black, it goes down, for example, 1 or 2 centimeter. And the one that is below the shiny will goes up 1 or 2 centimeter, the same distance. Okay, this one goes, for example, this distance, the same distance going up. Why? Why this one falls down and this one rises? This one falls down, pushing the liquid to rises. What happened to the air exactly? The air here, what happened to it?
will expand.
Will expand, pushes the water, increase the pressure, and pushes the liquid downwards, exactly from this side, and here from the other side upwards, because the air on the left side has a greater pressure and expand more volume, so it pushes exactly. Bravo, shukran, shukran. The air in the black bulb is heated more, making its volume and pressure greater. Pressure greater to push the liquid from its side down. From its side down. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Good. جميل 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 انكم عم بتجاوبوا.
So, sir.
Yes, تفضل. أدهم.
So basically, he had the T was closed. He opened it, so that made all of the pressure equal. Then he closed it.
تمام.
Then the heat at the black part, okay, it absorbed heat more, so it made the pressure at that sector of the whole figure. It made it the pressure is higher, which made the water to go upwards from the other side.
لا, the air does not expand the water. All the water will expand as all the water is heated, but we are not heating the water. We are heating the air above the water on the left side. So
what will the air affect?
The air here, it expands and pushes and has greater pressure, pushes the liquid level here. Because you remember when we talk about the manometer? Okay.
Yes.
And we said that when the gas pressure is greater, it pushes the liquid on this side down and on the other side up like this.
Yeah. So exactly. The water goes up from that sector, from the other one, from the white bulb.
No, the black one, the black one has a greater pressure because it's hotter.
I mean, the black one pushes the water to the white.
It pushes the water down. Yes, exactly.
This is what I mean.
Down, not up. Bravo. شكرا يا أدهم. لا, شكرا لك. Okay. But won't the hot air goes up? Hot air inside the bubble here, inside this bulb and this tube, it's only a small amount. Even if it goes up, it will be, all the air will be heated and expand. Okay? شكرا يا محمد. Okay, شكرا يا أدهم. Next. This is another question about radiation. Okay, question 18. The figure below shows two identical metal plates. This is metal plate and this is metal plate. They are identical. Okay, the front surface of one dull black and the other one is shiny silver. The plates are fitted with heater that keeps the surface with the same temperature. Okay. State, that means you already know the answer. State the additional apparatus you need to test which surface will be the best emitter of radiation. شو التستر؟
infrared.
ايوه كملها. infrared ايش؟ infrared detector. Bravo.
Yeah,
You can
detectors.
yes, we can use thermometer, but the infrared detector is better. Okay. Infrared detector is better. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Abdurrahman. شكرا. شكرا يا مروان. What is bigger, thermometer physics in general physics? مش فاهم سؤالك. What is bigger, thermal physics or general physics? لا. General physics is the biggest. Thermal physics is the smallest. حتى لسه في اسمه أصغر من اللي هو atomic physics. Okay. Double I. State one precaution that is needed to ensure fair comparison. How can I be fair? أيوة بعتوا لي جواب أو احكوا ارفع ايد اللي بده يحكي. أيوة.
They have
Yes, tell me.
both plates should be the same temperature before starting.
لا هي حكينا same temperature. ها.
Oh.
حكينا same amount of heat. Same size, they are identical. حكينا identical. ها.
Get another companion to like
إن
like two people.
الديتكتور لازم يكون حكينا. ها طلع كيف الواحد يركز ينتبه. كل كلمة count. ها. شوف شو كتبت هون. ايوه طلع بحط ايش خط تحتيها. شوف شو كاتبين. infrared at the same distance facing the surface. إذا هون لازم أحكي at the same distance أو same what position. شكرا يا مروان. Yes. Okay. إذا شو الفير here? How? Okay. State one precaution. The detector is at the same position facing the plate. Facing the plate. إذا الخط مش واضح عشان اللون مش واضح احكوا لي بعيد الكتابة ما في مشكلة. The detector is at the same position facing the plate. تمام؟ Number 3 برضو state. State the result that you expect. شو ال result that you expect؟ ها؟ أيوة. What will be the result? Which one is it emits more? Black will emit more radiation than white. Bravo. The black emits more radiation than the white.
Should we put the reason?
No. هو طالب state the result than the white أو the sorry شو حكينا هون white silver sorry than the silver. Write down another name for heat radiation. What's the other name for heat radiation? Yes محمد تفضل.
Heat emission.
لا الله يسامحك. أيوة. What's another name for heat radiation? يا إما infrared يا إما electromagnetic waves. هلا visible light وال invisible light عبارة عن electromagnetic waves come out from hot bodies. Okay. So the other name for heat radiation it's infrared. تمام. Part B. All this was part A, 4 marks. 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark on each part, 4 marks. Part B, 3 marks. What they ask. In the space below, draw a labeled diagram. المهم labeling مش مهم الدياجرام. Okay. Of an everyday situation which convectional currents occurs. Okay. Mark the path of the currents, the hot convectional current and the cold convectional currents with the lines and show its direction with an arrow. حكينا عن الايش؟ ماله الفون تشارجر.
عن sea breeze.
حكينا عن اللاند بريز والسي بريز وحكينا عن الاير كونديشن والراديتر. عبد الرحمن كتب فون تشارجر. ماله الفون تشارجر؟ What about it? You can turn on the microphone if you want to say something fast. No problem. خلاص. Never mind. Okay. فإذا أنا بدي أعطيك هلا another example. Okay. البويلر some countries they have boilers شيء بسموه التدفئة okay that bring hot water that we can use it directly okay to make shower or wash our hands during the winter okay فشو عندنا احنا بجيبوا البايب اوكي طولوا بالكم شوي لحد ما اخلص الرسم هذا البايب from ايش the main tank okay from the main tank okay of cold water. So cold water falls down, cold water, and go to the boiler, okay? And the boiler, as you can see, it has several holes inside it. One like this, and one like this. And here it's the boiler. We have a fire inside it, okay? Heating source with fire, okay? You can طبعا الامتحان ما فيهش تلوين بس الفكرة. Okay, this is the boiler. The hottest water, as you know, rises up. Here, hot water, hot conventional current. Okay, and this hot water, it passes to something called hot reservoir, another tank, another container that has what? The hot water inside it, hot water tank. And whenever the hot water tank, any cold water inside it, it falls down like this and return back to the boiler and becomes hot again and keep the cycle like this. Okay, this cold water or warm water, okay, goes down. The hottest water, what happened to the hottest water? It goes out from where? From this tank to be used. Hottest water to be used. هلا ايش اللي بدنا يعني لو ما رسمنا هذا الحكي كلياته يا استاذ لو انا بس رسمت هون هذا البويلر والهوت ووتر تانك ورسمت انه هذا goes like this اللي هو الهوت convectional currents ورسمت انه هذا goes fall down like this cold convectional current. Shall I get the 3 marks? Yes, you will get the 3 marks اذا كتبنا بويلر وهوت ووتر تانك وفي عندنا سايكل بضلها تلف زي هيك. بس انا عم بشرح لكم كيف المي بتيجي من البوتوم get heated and rises. Okay, the hottest water goes in the tank and the hottest one goes to be used directly like this. Okay, and whenever it becomes cold, it returns back to the boiler and keep the cycle happened. Okay, حلو سؤال واضح. إذا حابين تاخذوا سكرين شوت تبعتوه على الجروب ما عندي مشكلة. move on يلا. Okay. Number 19. شو بحكي لنا the question here number 19. بحكي لنا question number 19 page 14. The figure below shows a copper rod AB being heated at one end. Okay, we are heating the copper rod AB from one side. I. Name the process by which heat moves from A to B. Name the process. شو اسم البروسيس ابعتوا لي. How the heat is transferred from. شكرا يا ساندرا برافو. مين كمان بده يبعت لي؟ شكرا يا محمد صح. شكرا يا مروان برافو. مين كمان يبعت لي؟ 3 بعتوا لي صح 3 أجوبة صح 4 ليث شكرا 4 أجوبة صح. It's conduction. Conduction. شكرا يا أدهم برافو. Okay. By reference to the behavior of the particles, okay, of the copper, state how this process happened. We answered this question before, بس خلينا نعيده. Particles at A gain. لو سمحتوا يا شباب حطوا حالكم ميوت الله يرضى عليكم. Gain heat and vibrate more. And vibrate more to collide with neighbor particles and transfer energy as heat eventually particle to the next heat is transferred to B. Heat is transferred to B. تمام. Next question. B. Give an account for an experiment that designed to show which of the four surfaces will absorb most heat radiation. This is the third time we are going to answer this question. They keep repeating the same idea. The four surfaces are with the same metal, identical, but one is polished black surface and the other is silver, then dull black, and the fourth one is painted white. Okay, give your answer under the heading below, the space below. Okay, label diagram to the apparatus reading are taken. One precaution to take fair. البريكوشن حكينا time. بس أنا هلا هون بدي أعمل experiment ثاني. أنا هون بدي أحكي experiment ثانية. أنا بدي أعمل نفس الإكسبيرمنت، أوكي، نفس الميتال بليتس، أوكي، بس ما بدي أحط ثرمومتر. شو بدي أعمل؟ بدي أحط عليهم same amount of wax. أحط wax 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 واكتب هون same amount of wax, same amount of wax. Same amount of wax, and I will say that eventually بنحطه below the sun وبنحكي نفس اللي حكيناه المرة الماضية. هي sun facing it. تمام. بدي أجي أحكي wait أو which one the wax on it melt first. Which one the wax on it melt first. وصلت؟ نكتب هذا الحكي اللي شرحناه المرة الماضية. Good. إذا ما بدي ثرمومتر بقدر أحط إيش wax وأشوف which one the wax on it will melt first. Good. Let's move on. ماله الدل بلاك؟ هلا مش حاكينا هو which one will be the hottest. ما جابلناش سير، بس إنه شو كيف بدي أعمل experiment and how to be accurate and fair. تمام؟ أوكي. طيب نيجي هلا على الفاكيوم فلاسك. هذا الفاكيوم فلاسك is the scientific name لترمس الشاي أو ترمس القهوة اللي أنتم بتاخذوه معكم بالرحلات أو بيكون يوم العيد موجود. هذا بيكون to keep heat hot things أو hot water أو hot drinks hot أو the vice versa cold drinks to keep cold. أوكي. هلا مش مطلوب الديفينيشن تبعه. A material أو a substance. أوكي. An equipment. أوكي. Okay, that keeps cold or hot things inside it, okay, without changing temperature, with decrease change in temperature, with decrease change in temperature. مين عرف عن ايش انا عم بحكي؟ على ترمس الشاي. I have one right next to me. Yes, right next to you. امسك لي اياه. From the inside, what's the color? Is it black or silver? يا عبد الرحمن. It's shiny silver. Yes, shiny silver. ها هي مكتوب. هي silver coating. Okay, silver coating. Okay. هي حتى from outside بيكون silver مرات. تمام؟ أو حسب الديزاين. فهذا بيكون double glass layer. اوكي، او double insulation، وبيكون في vacuum، بيكون في stopper on the top. اوكي، بيكون في ايش isolation support in the bottom. اوكي، and it's painted ايش silver shiny from several layers. ليه هذا الحكي؟ عشان الهيت do not transfer between it and outside. So if it's cold remains cold, if it's hot remains hot for cold time. So it reduces the transfer of heat by conduction and convection and radiation and even evaporation, the fourth method. So what I'm going to write here, let me change the color. It reduces, not stops. It's impossible to stop 100%. It reduces the transfer of heat. Okay, because heat cannot be traveled through vacuum easily. Yes, yeah, it reduces the transfer of heat between inside and outside, in and outside. كيف؟ نبلش واحدة واحدة. Conduction. How does it reduce heat transfer by conduction? Double ايش؟ double insulation وايش كمان؟ وvacuum. Double insulation and ايش؟ vacuum gapping. Gap. Okay, that's by what? By conduction. نيجي نحكي على convection. How does it reduce convection? By ايش؟ vacuum gap and ايش؟ insulation what? stopper أو lid and insulated ايش؟ lid. قصدي بكلمة lid اللي هو الستوبر أو الكفر. How does it reduce? Number 3, the radiation. Yeah, it has rubber. Yes, it's rubber insulation. Yes. How we can reduce radiation? Radiation is reduced by what? By silver coating. Silver. بعدين شو بتعرف اكتب. By silver layers or silver coating. تمام. So all this reduce the heat to make the things hot to become cold, or يعني, for example, I want to transfer medical equipment. For example, a heart of a person to make a surgery, to donate this heart from a dead person to another one that need it. I will put it where? In this what? Vacuum flask to keep it cold, so I can transfer it, okay, directly there, and it will not lose its properties of it, and it can be work. تمام. That's it يا شباب. الله يعطيكم العافية. بكفينا لحد هيك اليوم. المرة الجاي إن شاء الله يوم الأربعاء بنكمل على هذا الدرس. If you have any question you can ask me. Don't forget your homework. في ناس كثير مش عم بيشاركوا، مش عم بيبعتوا الهومورك. لو سمحتوا الكل يشارك والكل يبعث لي الهومورك. نستناكم نشوفكم الحصة الجاي. الله يعطيكم العافية. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Sir,
Yes.
I just wanted to tell you that like the last period when we learned about convection